while you are typing that question that we need to look at. So basically, I want to start to look at the May-June paper and work through that. So yes, we are only a few, so let's make it as interactive as possible and nearly use it as example of what would you have done in the exam if you had these questions, and let's see how we can do it. So the first one is the amount of money you have to invest at a simple interest. Let me rather do the simple interest rate of 15% per annum to earn 5,250 interest after 3 years is. Okay, so how would you guys have done this? Sure. The amount of money you have to invest at a simple interest rate of 15% per annum to earn 5,250 Rand interest after 3 years. Yo, I nearly wanted to say there can only be one answer to this. I nearly wanted to say it can only be option 4. Okay, we'll get to that one. I'll show that when we go into compound, probably 1 or 2 questions later on. Okay, cool. I'll copy and paste that out, or I even copy it and then we can do it the next time as well. But okay, so what would you guys have done here? And nearly what I would have, if you're now writing in the exam, have your study guide with you, have your formulas sheet with you, have any notes that you have previous papers, have everything with you. So we know simple interest. What is the formula for simple interest?
Isn't it I times P times R? I equals P times R times T?
P times R times T. Okay, so and that is your simple interest. That so I know that my simple interest needs to be 5250. P I don't know. R I know. What is R? That is 15% per annum. And my T is equal to 3. Can it be as simple as that? It feels weird. And is there even an answer for that?
According to the notes I have here, when you come across a question like that, then P is equals to S over 1 plus RT. So I think what we're going to have, we got SS, the amount we have there. Okay, our S's are 5,250, and
Okay.
then
No, man.
that
S can't be the S is the future value, but they're asking for the interest.
Yes.
the amount you have to invest at a simple interest rate of 15% to end. So I think they're asking for P, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we're asking for P. So okay, so so you've got the interest, and that is not interest rate, that is the interest amount.
So because with the formula we have to use there is because we're looking for P, so we're going to have to put 5,250 over 1 plus 15% plus multiplied by 3 years. So I think we will get to the answer. Let's try that one, sir.
Okay, so let me quickly, I want to, while you guys are chatting, I just want to go to
John, if I work it out, I get to number 5.
Yes, me too.
Like,
So let's go to simple interest. Okay, so there it was that simple interest is the interest that is compounded on a principal. Okay, so that is your simple interest formula. So that is your simple interest formula. So we did correct in this one by saying it is I is equal to P times R times T. We want to solve P, so we need to say, like you said, the 5250 divided by the 15% times 3. And then I actually get, so that is your P, that's your P value, and then your P is actually equal to 11666.67. Okay, so I would have guessed wrong in the exam if so option 5. So basically the simple interest formula we used, when you start saying 1 plus the interest rate, then you start using the compound interest, or you start using, if you use it in that format, still simple interest, but then you calculate, like you said, the future value or the present value. So let me quickly show that in this again. So if you used that formula, the P equal S over 1 plus RT, you're working out the present value or the future value. You're not working out the interest amount. And in question 1, they wanted us to work with the interest amount. So that's the big difference between the two. Okay, so I think that,
Sir,
yes.
if we read the question, I beg to differ. The question is the amount of money you have to invest. So the amount of money we have to invest, that's the present value. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, so that is the P that we're calculating.
So if we calculate it as per that formula, I'm not arguing, but I think if you calculate as I was saying, you can get option 1, which means if you get option 5, it's more than the future value. I don't think it will be correct. So option 1, if you say P is equal to 5,250 over 1 plus 0.15 times 3, you will get the first option. If you can try that one.
But then what? Then you're not using, so you don't know your present value. So here they say that 5,250 is the interest that you are earning. So it is not the present value. So it is the interest that you're earning. I think that's the
okay. No, I get you. I was wrong. I thought that 5,250 is the future value. So it was,
and that is the scary thing with all of these questions. With what you did, you actually got to answer.
Yeah, no, I got it now.
So and that is why this is, in a sense, such a difficult subject, because if you use that formula, there was actually an answer for you, which is scary, and if you probably used it as a future, you probably would have gotten that one. So that for me is nearly the scary thing with the subject is you read it, and on the first time that you read it, you thought this is what I need to do, and you did it, and you got an answer. And I think that is this, I don't want to say the scary thing with this, but that is nearly the worrying one, is that you will get an answer nearly for one or two different ways of calculating it. Okay, so, and that is why rather take a bit longer to read the question a few times to see what you need to do. And they don't, in this one, they highlighted that it is interest, but they don't need to, in some of the other questions, they don't need to tell you, but here they said, they nearly highlighted the interest so that you see it's interest. And I think that is just the important thing. But scary that if we used the other formula, there was also a answer. Are you happy with that? With that, yes, calculation?
I'm happy. I just thought when they said about that initial amount, then my mind just thought they're looking for present value, and I didn't put that interest into consideration. But now I got it. Thank you.
Perfect. And that is part of why we are going through it, and that is nearly why I want us to debate it, so that it's, when you're writing exam, you find and you understand what you need to do. Okay, so let's go to the next one, and some of it I will need your help in any case, because so let's a bank simple discount. So now we're going to discount rate is 12% per annum. You need to pay the bank 5,000 Rand in 6 months' time. The amount of money that you will receive from the bank now is. Okay, so and that's nearly, if you can have access to all of these formulas and presentations that I did, use it. There's nothing that says, and I told that now to the DSC1630 guys writing today as well. You can use your study guide, you can use all the exam prep notes, all previous exam papers, all the memos, everything that I've shared with you, you can use that in the exam. It is an open book. The only thing that you can't do is to ask somebody to assist you. But else, you can use other resources. So you can use your calculator, you can use online tools, you can use other previous exam papers, anything like that you can use. So please don't let that nearly. So if you want to look at my presentations or have it open so that you can look at some of the formulas, do that in the exam. There's nothing that is prohibiting you to do that. Okay, so when I look at this one, what do we notice? So will your answer be bigger than 5,000 or smaller than 5,000?
Should be smaller.
Smaller.
Okay. So because you need to pay back 5,000, so that would have been your S. So it will be smaller than 5,000. So in the exam, that is not options. So even if you don't know the answer yet, and you need to guess, then you have 3 options to guess out of. So nearly look at, so it can't be bigger than 5,000, it will be smaller. So you can already eliminate 2 of the options. Okay, I just want to quickly okay, so in 6 minutes the other guys are starting to write, so I just want to then mute the WhatsApp group. Okay, so what information do we have? We've got S, we've got the discount rate, and we've got the period, which is 6 months. So let's quickly see if we can do that. 5,000. I nearly wanted to say 1, but
Yeah, I get to 1, John.
do you get to 1?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll tell you
Yeah.
now why I wanted to say, so you did this formula.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that would give you 0.12 times 0.5, which would have given you 0.06, so 1 minus that. So you would have had 5,000 times 0.94, and that would have given you then 4,700. Okay, so the reason why I nearly wanted to say that is I've seen that here is 5,300. So if you actually had it where that was a plus, you would have gotten the 5,300. So I nearly saw here's a 5,000 plus a 300, there's a 5,000 minus the 300. So I was nearly in between the 2 of them. Because I eliminated that one, I would have guessed that one if I didn't work it out. But again, I've been doing this now for a longer time, so I do pick up strange things in the papers that I look at. But option 1, you needed to work with the interest rate. Option 2 was simple discount. So let's look at what question 3 is. Okay. So Jacob invest. I'm not gonna an account that pays simple interest after 6 years. Okay, so here you have a present value of 8350. Here you have a future value of 12859. You have the N, which is 6, and you need to work out the I. Remember, simple interest, so we can't use the function on the calculator to calculate this. We will need to use the simple equation. So let's just see, where was it? So it is, so let's quickly go to the end of that study slide, because so this is basically what we're going to use. We will just need to change some of it. Okay, so we've got S, we've got P, we've got T. We will need to work out R. So S is the future value, so that's 12859. So that would go to that side, so we will divide by P, and that will then fall away. Sorry, it's now sitting at the back of this, so no, it's let's just put it there. Okay, so we will divide by P, then that will fall away. So 8350 is equal to then 1 plus R that we don't know times 6. So this I need to take to the other side, so it will be minus 1 on this side, so it will fall away. So let's first do that. Sorry guys, I just quickly want to mute the other group, that the guys can start writing exam. Okay, so let's use the calculator. 12859 divided by 8350 would have given me 1.54, so minus 1, and then to get rid of that 6 I would divide both sides by 6, so you can actually do that divided by 6. So 1.54 minus 1 is equal to 0.54. That divided by 6 is equal to 0.09. So R is equal to 0.09. And then remember, I want to put it in a percentage, so times 100, and I will get my R is equal to 9%. Okay, is that what you guys also got?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the first 3 questions was not too bad. So we need about 15 questions to pass. So the first 3 was not too bad according to me. All focusing on simple interest, and you will see in the exam, even though they haven't said if it follows the study units nearly in order, because in the stats one they told us beforehand it will follow in order. Here we don't know, but you will see that you will get around 2-3 questions per study unit. So there's 8 study units. If you get 3 per study unit, it's 24. So then it will be another 1 or 2 of one of the other study units. So I think that is just to nearly manage what you need to do. It's about 3 questions per study unit, with one maybe extra and some of the more difficult ones. Okay, so that is the first three. So let's look at the next one. Okay, the accumulated amount that Marbe will receive after 38 months if he deposits 13,300 into an account where money is worth 11.35% per year, compounded every 2 months. So we basically want a future value. Okay, so that is what we want. So we've got a present value of 13,300. So we can use the calculator for this one. 13,300 will be my present value. Okay, 38 months. So again, you can decide if you put that into your calculator as 38 months, or if you put it into a portion per year. Just remember, when you put it into as 38 periods, that you also need to change your interest rate again as well. So I normally just put it into as the number of years, and then my period would be, so let's just quickly check that again. Okay, I just want to quickly check what will be the easiest to get to that 38 months, because that this is a difficult one because it's compounded every 2 months. So it's actually 2 times per year, and it's 11.35 interest. I think I now made a mistake. Yes, so what did you guys do with a calculator? Because when I now did this, because that every 2 months makes it different. So let me quickly. So your interest rate, what would you have done in this example to change it? With what would you divide it?
Jean, I get to answer number 5. But I'm using the HP calculator. So what I would have said was 38 divided by 12, and then second function in. And I would get to that answer.
And you would have said 2 times per year.
No, 6.
It's 6.
Oh, thank you. So see how easy, how easily I read that wrong. Yuck.
I'm using sharp, but I get also to the same answer.
Yes, I've read yuck. And yeah, because I read it as not 6 times per year. I read it, I just 2, and I thought 2 times per year. Every 2 months. Okay, that is where I made my mistake. Well, I didn't get any of the answers. That's why I knew it was wrong. but that is where I made my mistake. And that is, it just shows how quickly one reads something wrong.
Like I did in the first question. So.
Precisely. Yes, I got the same now. Yeah, at least the scary thing with your one that you had read wrong in the first one, there was an answer. Mine was just totally not right. So I knew at least I didn't make a mistake. Yeah. Okay, that is actually very scary, and it's just because one is not concentrating, or that makes these kind of mistakes. So it was 18988.3093. So is that what you guys also got?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was sure. Whew. Good luck. And that shows how easily one can make mistakes. And it's not that you're not knowing what you need to do. You actually know exactly what you need to do, but just by reading it wrong. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Saki borrowed the amount of money from Lulu. The loan will be paid back by means of payments of 25,000 every second month for 6 years. Okay, so will be payments of 25,000 so it will be monthly or every second month payment, so it will be PMT every second month. So again, let's just make it 6 times per year for 6 years. An interest rate of 7.75% per year, compounded every second month. Okay, so at least that and that is the same. So at least they didn't at this point say compounded quarterly. So the interest rate is similar.
John,
And
what is that formula if the payments were every second month, but the compounded interest was every quarter, maybe? What was that formula?
Then you first need to change the interest rate from the one to the other.
So which one do you change it to? Do you change the interest rate to the payment?
You change to the payment.
Okay.
You change it to the payment. It will be interesting if you can. So I don't know if there was one like that. If there's one of the assignments like that, or check if your calculator, if you change the interest rate, but you divide that, say, by 4, but you keep your payments per year 6 times a year, if you will get the same answer. Because that can maybe be a way on a calculator to already change it. So it will be interesting if a calculator can actually, so I'll check if there's in one of the previous exams something like that, because I also want, to be honest, I also want the answer to check if our reasoning is correct behind it. But it nearly feels to me that that is a way that you can do it on a calculator. I'll check if in any of the previous packs that I have, if there's something like that. Yeah, that would be. I don't know if there was actually in this paper anything like that. And then they ask us to work out the present value of a loan. So what I always do is I just make my future value 0 so that some of the previous questions information is not still stored in there. 7.75 interest rate. Let me just make sure again, every 6 months, so it's 6 times per year for 6 years. So that would be 36 payments. It's 25,000 PMT. So my present value, I get option 3 as 716,113.2143. I hope that is what you guys also getting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so the first 5 questions was actually not too bad. Just don't make the silly mistakes of thinking that what I did. Because here I probably would have done the same, which is scary. Because if I did it, the mistake there, I probably would have done it here as well. Hopefully, there wouldn't have been an answer for me for that. I'm just very interested to see. Oh, there's one that is very close, but luckily there again wasn't the answer, but one was actually very close if I did it for 2 months again. Sure. Okay. So just like I say in Afrikaans, hou kop. So it is just when you're writing the exam, just don't get stressed. It's difficult to say it, but don't get stressed, but just keep your focus.
John,
Yes.
are you still spoiling us with that formula sheet?
Oh, flip. Yes, I will. I will do that tonight, but I just go through all
Thank
the work
you.
and do that. Sorry, totally for the head is everywhere, so yes, let me just write down.
And the Excel sheet, Sean, please.
Oh yes, thank you. Is there anything else?
It's okay. We understand you were focused on the 1530 students.
It's ridiculous actually how the exams are set up. So for 1520 is writing today, then you guys are writing on Tuesday, and then my stats 1610 guys are writing on Monday. So it is absolutely just chaos. So I don't see Norma on the chat today, but she's writing stats and 1630. So I am thinking of her that needs to nearly write both after one another. It must not be a very nice thing to look forward to, but Norma, if you're listening to this later on, don't worry, you'll do fine. Okay, let's look at question 6. On 16 April, okay, so when we start talking about that, you nearly start thinking, okay, this is one of those where I will need to work out certain days. So that is probably what we will need to do. On 16 April, Nkosi deposited. Oh shucks! Now I'm just. Sorry, there's some problems on the MyUnis platform for the guys to write. On 16 April, Nkosi deposited an amount of money in a savings account that earns 8.5% per annum, simple interest. He intends to withdraw the balance of 255 on that same year, not leap year, to buy his bicycle. The amount of money that Nkosi deposited is. Okay, so what formula can we use here? Let me quickly. Is it that formula that we will use here as well? Would you have used that
Now
formula?
we're looking for the. We can use that formula, but we're looking for the present value.
Okay, so you would have just the one that has been. Let's quickly. You would have used that one.
Yes, that one.
Okay, so you would just the one that is a bit different, but has already been nearly worked around for you. So that is the one that you will use. So it will be, see now again, simple interest. So we need to use a formula. We can't use the built-in functions of your sharp cash or HP. So we know what the future value is. Okay, we will have 8.5% times t. Okay, so they tell us it's not a leap year, so we're working with 365. Okay, and how many days is that? Oh, where's my tables? Okay, you guys now need to, I don't have the tables with me. So that is, yeah.
So the April is 106 and December is 342.
Okay, so what is that? 236.
236. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing that you guys also need to, I don't think they sent you already a formula sheet with the table and those kind of things.
It's in the study guide.
Okay, so because sometimes they give you a pre-pack of information nearly, but obviously you wouldn't have received that, I assume. Like you also didn't do a mock exam.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so you need to have that table just with you when you write exams. So again, sometimes with some of our other subjects, they nearly send you a exam pre-pack that you have your tables and your formulas in a pack that you can easily access. So that is why I will do the formula sheet for you, that you have 1 or 2 pages that you can easily access to get to those things. But the one that you also need to have at hand is the tables. Okay, so then this one is supposed to be very, very easy, I think. So the 236 divided by 365 gives me 0.6466. If I times that by 8.5%, I get 0.05496. If I plus 1, I get 1.055. So 2599 divided by 1.055 will give me the answer. And the answer is 2463.60. 2463,60. Shoo. And all of these are very close to one another. So probably, I just want to check something. If you set so if your days are a bit off, you're getting some of the other answers, which is a bit scary. Okay, so, but is that what you guys also got? 2463.60.
Correct, yes.
Okay, cool. And another 3. So if you don't know the answer, guess 3. Or not, but yeah, let's. Okay, so first 6 questions, not too bad. So let's see question 7. Bicycle agree to establish the Spike Fund, from which they will pay handle 2,500 per month indefinitely as compensation for injuries he sustained while working on the Riley project. Money is worth 12.5% per year compounded monthly. The opening balance of the fund is. Okay, so how would you do that? I don't think so. We basically finished with that. So what if I say something is indefinite, what are we actually working out?
Is it the perpetuity annuity?
As they, so I'm just now looking. So is that already in chapter 4? So it nearly felt like we. I say, okay. Where is that formula? Okay, we did at least some of this. So that would have been the formula. I just want to check. Did I actually? Oof. Okay, so yes, so that is why I need to just write all of these formulas for you to. And we actually just want that part. Okay, so what do we have? We've got R. We've got your interest. How would you write your interest? 12.5%. Would you say divided by 12 or not?
It's compounded monthly, so I think we must do it by divided by 12.
Cool, 100%. So if I said quarterly, divide by 4. If I said every second month, divide by 6 and not by 2. What is divide by 2? biannually would have been divided by 2. So 12.5% divided by 12 basically gives you 0.01042. So I need to say 2,500 divided by that. And I get a round number of 240,000. Okay, so there, option 3. Is that what you guys also got?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so at least, okay, so that was very interesting. So we did a lot on some of the simple interest calculations, and then suddenly we jumped to, that was now actually study unit 4. So that was now for me very interesting, that we nearly did a lot of the simple interest. We did a lot of the simple interest. That was simple interest. That was simple interest. That was simple discount. That was simple interest. Quite interesting. A lot of simple interest. And I think they probably, the compounded will be more used in all of the other annuity work probably as well. Okay, effective rate. So a furniture company charges a finance fee of 1.13% per week on outstanding balances. The effective rate per annum is, this is an interesting one.
For those people that have the sharp calculator, there's a very easy way to do this one.
Okay.
Sorry, let me just put my fan off. So if it's per week, it's obviously 52 weeks, so that's 52 payments, right?
Yes.
52. So you punch in 50, then you press XY. It's right next to the enter button. It's like a bracket, X, comma, Y bracket. You press that, and then you put in the percentage, which is 13. Second function, present value, EFF. Then you get 13.86. So I repeat that.
Quickly repeat that. I'm going to check if I can see on the HP if I can find some of those things.
Yeah,
so please repeat quickly, Greg.
So you punch in 52, which is the number of compounding periods for the year. So you punch in 52, and then there's a button that looks like there's a bracket X, comma, Y bracket. It's like one button that you press. Do you have something like that? Oh, I think a normal comma will also help. Do you have a normal comma?
Yeah, I'm quickly checking something on my side. So go on to explain it on. You've got the sharp. So
Yeah, I've got the sharp.
So that the guys with sharp just get it, and then.
So yeah, the 52, and then the comma. Then the nominal interest rate, which they give you, which is 13%. So it's 52, comma, 13. And then second function, present value. Because the second function on the present value is like a little arrow with EFF. Not the political party, EFF. Effective rate. So second function, present value, and then you should get 13.86. We can obviously check it now using the formula. But I mean, that's what I normally use for the assignments and stuff.
It's
And I normally get it right.
interesting. I got 13.01.
Is it?
On the
I
HP.
also get 13.01.
Is it?
With a sharp calculator.
Do you also have a sharp?
I'm using a sharp, yes, EL738F, and it's 13.01.
Sure. I'm just thinking now, do I have any settings that I changed, which I don't think so. So tell me, what did you press? I mean, just explain your whole process of punching in, please.
Oh yeah, it's a 52 XY.
Yeah.
Second function EFF.
Oh, I get the error. So you must put in the 30. Did you put in the 13?
Yes, it's 0.13.
Craig, what did you say?
No,
What did
no. You must put it in as a percentage, not the 0.13, because that is for when you do the formulas.
Okay, see, so what I did on the HP is, because it is 0.13%, I also set 0.13 as my interest rate. I set 52 times per year. Then I said 1 year, because that is the assumption. And then if I also do second function EFF, I get 0.1301, which I will multiply by 100. That gives me 13.01%.
Sean, I get 13.86 on the HP calculator, and I'm following the notes on the, you know, what they gave us to how to use the calculator.
Yes.
So I'm gonna see if I can copy the formula that I'm using, or the functions I'm using on the HP calculator.
Okay, so quickly say what you did.
So I said, I'll tell you now. So I said 52, and then PYR. Then I said 13, which is my nominal percent, my NOM.
Yes.
Then I said just second function PV for effective percentage, and then it gave me 13.86.
I think where we went wrong is it's not 13%, it's 0.13%.
Yeah, but you see, on our calculator, you don't have to put the because I don't know if you guys have this NOM percent on the calculator.
See, so that is now very interesting. So if I use my normal interest rate per year, I get 13.01. If I use the nominal function, like you now explained, I get 13.86%. Quite interesting. Quite scary and quite interesting.
So what is the right answer?
Furniture company changes a finance fee of 1.13% per week on outstanding balances. Yes, so that so if you do what was now posted on the chat, you will get the 13.86%. Do they, in that method that you copied that from, did they say you're changing from nominal to effective?
Correct, yes.
See, so I'm just in this one. They don't tell me it's a nominal rate, and that's my worry. And the scary thing is, if I use it as a normal interest rate, I get option 3. If I use it as a nominal input, I get option 4. Oh.
Doesn't it make a difference that that this nominal per se interest rate is per week, and the one they're asking you for is per annum?
No, that is so that's why you need to use for 0.13%. So because you're using the 52 terms, you actually put it into a annum rate in any case. So that is not, so the process that you did was correct. My worry is just, we assuming this is nominal without them telling us it's nominal, which again, is it right? Is it wrong?
So it can be any one of the two, actually.
Isn't there a formula for this? I think there's a formula.
Let's quickly check. But see, all the formulas change it from, sorry, I'm in the wrong. All the formulas are written as change from nominal to effective or from effective to nominal. So I would then probably assume it should be nominal. Just want to check which study unit this was in. I say nominal. I know we did somewhere the see, so what we did, see, so that we did, and they told us it's nominal. So then we could move from nominal to effective. So I think what we need to assume here is that it is nominal. That's all that I can think we can, because that is what we have been doing the whole time. We never had one that we moved. Oh, sorry, I just want these problems on the other exam at the moment. Sorry, my web papers are not loading. Oof. Okay. So I think with this one, we must just assume that it is nominal, and we work out the effective rate. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult in others. We never had the example of not a nominal. If anyone are on the Telegram group, maybe post this and see what the response is. And then let's quickly see if there's anybody else. I am also on the Telegram group, but when I start asking questions, people want to sell their packs to me. You probably get the same at the moment. So maybe we can later on put it on the Telegram as well. But that is probably, so let's go that it is from nominal to effective. But it is scary that if you did it as just a normal interest rate, see, you will get the 13.86 because the formula is written that it is from nominal to effective. So you will get it, Greg, so it won't matter because you are then assuming already it is a nominal rate. See, so you are, so determine the effective rate for a nominal rate. So you, oh, and there's the compounded one. So you would have just divided by 4 for the, so that, remember that for the other ones. But basically, because it is already assuming we're talking nominal, you will get the same answer as the calculator. Okay, let's go with that one. Unless somebody wants to ask one of the lecturers if they can give feedback, or we can check on the Telegram group as well. It's just for me scary that you get that answer if you do it the other way. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not, so let me do that. Still not convinced. But Greg, if we use the formula, we will get the 13.86 as well. See, there's not a, and that's maybe how we need to look at it. There isn't a formula in your study guide that changes the interest rate into effective. It is not nominal. So, and I think that is probably what we need to do here as well then, is to say, well, we only know how to change it from nominal to effective, so we assume it is nominal. And that's maybe just the way we need to accept it.
John, sorry, just go back to that question, man. I'm feeling very uncomfortable with that 13%, which is not 13%, it's 0.13% per week. And I'm just looking at the example now, and I mean, the other examples that I'm looking at, they all show per annum. This is the only time this is the first time I've seen a question that shows the interest rate broken down like that.
Okay, so what
you guys are taking 0.13% as if it's 13%.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not 13%, it's 0.13%.
see,
Oh,
so
It's 1.3.
so let's look at this example. So it would have been 1.3 divided by 100, because that is, so it's 0.13%, so it's 0.13 divided by 100, which will give you 0.0013. We will need to divide that by 52. You will then need to add that to 1, which will give you so 0.13 divided by 100 divided by 52 plus 1. So and then you need that answer, you need to take to the power of 52. So that will not be 4, it will be 52 minus 1 times 100. Freaking hell, then I also get 0.1. Then I also get that one.
Yes. Yes, that is the one.
Oh, I hate this question.
The only
Yeah, I
challenge
also agree with number 3.
The only challenge is that 0.13 is more like it's 13% divided by 100.
Okay, so let's use the HP. I'm gonna say 0.13 3
percent.
As the nominal, 52 times per year. Yes, you're right. Then I get the 13.13 again. If you're in doubt, go with option 3. Okay, so just follow. So what I now did, like you said, 0.13%, and it's nominal percent. So in my HP, I did that to say. So let's quickly. So what I did was to say 52 times per year, 0.13 second function nominal, or to get to the nominal, then second function EFF will give me the 13,01.
Okay, I got it, John. So my mistake was to read it as 13%. It's
Yes.
actually not
Yes.
0.13. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Same here.
So interesting. So because when I did just the normal interest rate the same way, we got the same answer. So your calculator is set up that it is always nominal interest rate. So if you didn't do, because I now checked, so if
Guys,
you
I still think we're wrong, eh?
say again,
I still think that we're wrong.
Is there
no, we're
anyone
right.
with
Sorry,
a
man.
short
Because
calculator
I'm just
and try
thinking
to
the
calculate it
percentage that
again
we're
as
using is not an annual interest rate. So I think at the end we must multiply the answer by 52 and then I get number 1.
Gosh.
I know this
Okay,
kind of question is.
I'll check this one later again. I just
No, I'm just thinking because normally when we do this calculation, we use per annum rate, but they're giving us a per week rate. So I think your answer must be multiplied by 52 to get the annual rate. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking like.
okay. Let me.
I
I'll Google.
think you might have a point because there it
Yeah.
says the effective rate per annum is, so we want the effective rate per annum, not per week. So I'm just thinking out loud that you might have a point.
John, please check this one for us.
I'll check this one because you're already using the 52 in your calculation. So let me just put this one on the screen again. So here you didn't compound it quarterly. You didn't multiply that by 4 because it was already in this that you did it.
Yeah, because the 14 is already per year. But if they gave us the interest rate per quarter and the answer is asking for per annum rate, I would think that I would multiply it by 4. I'm just.
Okay, I'll check this one again. I check this one because yeah, let me check this one because when we now calculated this, so we used the 0.13%. We used the 52 times per year. And then if you said what is your effective rate, what did you actually get? 0.1301.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells me, so here we said 0.13%. So this is actually 0.1301% per week, the effective rate. So then if I multiply by 52, which is probably then right, I do get
Number one.
number one. I am...
I'm actually glad we're doing this now because I wouldn't have picked it up in the exam and I would have gotten it wrong.
Exactly.
And we actually now, we were debating those two, but so who also got the 13.01? So did you get 13.01 when you calculated it, or did you get 0.1301?
I got 13.01, and I want to highlight something. The 52 is for compounding, and the rate, all the effective rate per year, per annum. On that, the printout that they sent there, or what module, what formula to calculate where?
Oh.
My units are there. On page 5, I can read the page 5. It says determine the effective rate for nominal rate of 18.75 per year, compounded every 3 months. It's not.
Oh. Okay, let me check. Let me check this one.
John, even if you, from the start, if you take that 0.13% per week and you times it by 52 before you start calculating, I get 6.99 for the second one. This is madness.
We'll mess it up during exam then.
I think I'll do this one last. If we do get it.
Let me check this for you, because I thought it was straightforward. Now I actually don't know.
And you can't do it last, because after every question you save and go next.
Oh, that's the other thing. That's the other problem.
Yeah, so you can't go back.
Oh, let me check this one.
Jean, just to add to that, like even if I check this, the how to use the calculator notes, that example is compounded quarterly, but it doesn't convert anything or times it by 4 after you put in that, after you use those functions. So I actually think number 3 is the correct answer.
You see, the thing is, all the interest rates they use are all already per annum. And this is the first time I see that they're giving us a per week. You know what I mean? That's why I multiplied it. But I think let's not waste any time. Let us move on, because John, you're going to come back to us with this one?
Yeah, agree. Let me just... there's big problems on the other exams, so let me... I hope this doesn't happen with you guys as well. I can't see the exams at the moment. Sorry, I just want to send WhatsApp to a group. Okay, let's look at this one. But that one now rattled me now. And that's the problem with these things, is one starts rattling you, then you start doubting if you actually understand the thing. So an amount borrowed at 29% interest per year, compounded continuously, has accumulated to 38,279.20 after 4 years. The initial amount borrowed was... Okay, so that... where was the continuous? See, that's why I like continuous compounding. So that's why I like these key concepts nearly. And even if you just do that for yourself by saying what the key concepts is per chapter, when you get that question in the exam, you nearly know, okay, continuous compounding, let's go into chapter 3 and let's look at what the form, but I will nearly write something like that for you. So I'll do that. Okay, so that is the continuous compounding formula. Okay, but what do they? Okay, so we probably need to use that. I didn't now read the whole question, but we need to get to end value, so we can't. Okay. An amount borrowed at 29% interest per year, compounded continuously, has accumulated to 38 to 79.20. So that is that. The present, we don't know. So we're going to work out the present. And we know, so to get to the present, we will divide by e to the power of c. So what is c in this instance? So just check if I am now doing it correctly. Is that what you will do?
$12,000.
Did you use that formula that I've now written down?
Yes.
Okay, see, now I am not even getting that, so I'm now like, flip.
Don't forget your brackets when you enter the E.
Yes. Okay, there I get it right. I did it. 12,000.00002. Okay. 12,000. Okay, did everybody get that?
Yes.
I didn't get that. When you put it on your calculator, do you put 0.29 or you put 29 as it is?
So 0.29 times 4,
Okay.
which will give me 1.16. So I would have it as e to the power of 1.16, which will give me 3,1899. So it will then be the 38,279.20 divided by the 3.1899. Okay, so just check if you're getting that. Oh, okay. So I'm now, please, when you in the exam, is there somebody on the 1630 that is writing 1620 as well today? Oh my soul. Okay, this is bad for the guys. So there is big problems on the website at the moment. So when you guys are writing, please let me know that I can just distribute the announcements to the group as well. So please, that one that I now posted is not, it's not for 1630, but I see there's somebody that is writing both 1630 and 1620 or 1520 this semester. Sure. Okay, so let's just do another one, and then okay, so at least the stuff is now loading. In the exam, since I think a lot of you are probably also, some of you are writing the online exam for the first time, don't stress too much if things are loading slow, or those things happen. They will let you know that you can get extra time and all those kind of things. So because I know it can be nerve-wracking if you are writing and when you can't get access to your paper and things like that. Okay, let's look at question 10, and hopefully it's not none of the above. Jack will need 20,000 to buy his brother's old car in 2 years' time. So in 2 years' time, he will need 20, and I'm just writing it without even reading the rest. So I hope he wants to start saving part of his weekly salary. There we go again, weekly. In an account that returns 9.3% interest per year, compounded weekly. Okay, the minimum weekly payment that he needs to make into this investment account to have enough in 2 years' time is, okay, so how would you do that? So that will be a payment that we need to work out, a weekly payment. So the future value is 20,000 weekly, so is weekly 52 payments per year for 2 years. So there is 104 payments that will be made, 9.3%. So I get it as 175 Rand and 15 cents.
Same, yeah.
Is that what you? Okay, so basically what I did was future value of 20,000, 52 payments per year, 2 years, 9.3% interest. Your present value I made 0, and then your PMT amount is 175.15. Cool. Okay. Okay, next one. I just quickly want to post another message. And this will probably happen in your exam as well. Is that you probably get, so I think your guys is also 2 sessions of an hour, but they normally give you 15 minutes extra per session, so that for that opening of a paper and the saving of the things and all those kind of things. So there will be, for the guys that haven't written the online one, there is normally a time clock as well that tells you how long you have been writing. And if they give you extra time, they will extend it on that. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Poppy dreams of becoming a chef. She has a fund of 40,000 available to cover her expenses as a chef school over the next 4 years. So that is nearly, I'm just thinking, next 4 years. She withdraws the same amount from a fund beginning of each month. Beginning of each month. Interest 7.4% per year, compounded monthly. Okay, so beginning of a month. So we need to change our setting to the begin setting. So on my HP, it is very easy to change it to begin. I hope it's the same on the shop and the cashiers. So remember, we need to change it to begin. So she has a fund of 40,000 available. So that is her present value, because that she has available. By the end of the term, she will have nothing, so her future value will be 0. It is for 4 years compounded monthly, so 12 times per year. Remember to change that to 12, otherwise we will work with a previous question of 52. 4 times a year, so you will have 48 payments at 7.4%, and then your PMT I get as 959.37. Please tell me that is what you also get.
I also get that.
Okay, so, but the important thing is the beginning of each month. If we didn't do the beginning of each month, we probably would have, let's quickly check if I can change it and see what.
Then I get number 4.
Yes. When you get number 4. Okay. So just by forgetting to change it to begin, suddenly you get number 4. The other thing that you now need to remember is that for the next question, I need to change on my HP it back to the normal function.
Hello.
Yes.
Before you I'm getting the wrong answer, but I think I made a mistake, but I don't see where I made a mistake.
Okay, so what did you do?
I said the beginning is, I'm trying to figure out what I did, but I don't really see 50,000.
What value did you get?
I got number 4. No, I made a mistake.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if you got number,
I think I said the beginning and then it cancelled at some point. But now I'm getting option 3 is fine.
okay, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
cool. And again, scary if one just does make that one change that you get a different answer. Okay, it's 5:45, so let's just do this one, and then we'll do the rest. I'll look at the rest as well and share some of it. Peter borrows 500,000 from a bank, and he will repay the loan by means of monthly payments of 8,000 starting at the end of the first month. Okay, so at least we now know it is the normal working again. So he borrows 500,000. Interest is fixed at 18% per annum, compounded monthly. The number of full payments of 8,000 that he would have made by the time the loan is paid off is, whoa. Okay, before I say anything, let me.
You just calculate the N. Or
Yes, but I now want to see if my calculator can do it. So yes, you need to calculate the N. I just want to see. Okay, so what did my calculator do now? Okay, so 500,000, that is my present value. And then my payments per month is 8,000. My future value is 0. 18% interest compounded monthly. Okay, why do I? Okay, what do you get?
I get 186.
Okay, so what did you do?
I use the 500,000 as the present value, 8,000 as the payment, 18% interest, and then compounded monthly, and then I got 186 for N.
Why don't
Actually,
I?
186.22.
Jean, I'm getting 44. But
Yes.
I don't think that's right. I don't think
No,
that's
I also
right.
got the 44, so that's why that's why I'm also now. So on the HP, I also got the 44. So let's quickly think. That is fascinating because we're doing exactly the same. Let me clear my. I just want to see I'm also not the beginners away. So I say 500,000 as my present value, 0 future value, 8,000 my PMT, 18% interest. Then I get 44.
I don't know what I did, but I'm getting 186.22 now again, and I did exactly the same thing.
It happens to me all the time. But I also got 186.22.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 186, but this is. Ooh. Okay, so it must be 186.
But can you guys go through us with that? Because I'm getting 44.4231
See,
all the time.
you get the same as I am getting. So, how many times per year are you guys?
12.
So 186 is right, guys. I just tested it backwards, and I get the same payment, and I get the same present value if I work backwards. So the 186 is right.
I don't know if the minus 8,000 as the payment makes a difference. I don't know.
Could be.
Okay, wait. That is maybe. Yes. Okay, so let's quickly see, and I think so. I just want to test two things. So
Okay,
okay,
so I got it. I think the 500,000 is just, it has to be positive, but when you enter the payment of, because we are subtract, so you put plus or minus in 8,000, and I got exactly 186.
yes,
That's where
the same
yeah.
now. So what I now tested. So over 500,000, over 8,000 need to be negative. One of them needs to be negative. Doesn't matter which one, then you will get for 186. Otherwise, you probably also got minus 44 when you did it, the two as positive numbers.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so
it
when
can be either the present value or the payment, but one of it must be negative, not both.
precisely. So if you use both negative again, you will get a negative n, and that should have been my cue to say you can't have a negative n. I did something wrong. So it can be over 500,000, over 8,000. That must be negative. Just one of them needs to be negative, and you can test it as well with your calculation. As long as one of them are negative, you will get the 186. But if both are positive, you will get the minus 44, which should have told me, but I can't get a minus number of payments. So I should have realized I made a mistake.
Jean, how would you answer this question in the exam? Because I mean, like we're getting to 186.22, but there's 186, and they're not saying like round it off or down or.
No, they do. They do. The number of full payments.
Okay,
So
okay, I see. Full payments,
186 would be the number of full payments.
Okay.
So
One must read
they
really
don't
carefully,
say it out directly, but it is hidden in how many full payments? 186.
Okay, cool.
And I haven't seen that they will give you a 187 as well. That I haven't seen that they are nasty with that.
I think if they didn't, even if they didn't say full payment, if they didn't say point something, automatically you must convert it. If it's over 5, it's obviously gonna be 186. Then if it's less than 5, if it's less than 0.3 something, you know, you can't put it over. It's gonna be 185.
Yeah, but again, they won't give you, for some like this, they won't give you an option of 185, 186, and 187. I would have thought they maybe would have given me that option of 44. But that
then they
is
give the none
clearly
of the
just a
above.
mistake that I made. So
Just choose the none of the above.
yes, but I never trust the none of the above. So I will very no, but I will very seldom go for none of the above. And it is very seldom none of the above. Okay, let's go on to 6 o'clock. I know we're over, but let's let's go on until 6, and maybe I hope this is not a difficult one. Oh, this is a difficult one. You have started saving to replace your car when you retire in 20 years' time. Okay. Your first payment was 3,600 at the end of the first year. So that is the one that we, after which your yearly payments increase by 360 Rand. If the expected interest rate per year is 10% compounded annually, the amount to the nearest Rand that you will be able to pay towards your car in 20 years' time. Okay, what will you do here?
Yeah, that one is an increasing annuity, I think.
Yes. So increase annuity, is that the one that we can just work out on a calculator? I'm now wondering. And it's yearly, eh? Annually. So it is 1 time per year. And it can't be this. No, man. Okay, wait. 360. Okay, how are you guys doing this on the calculator?
I don't think you can do it like entirely on the calculator. There's a portion of the formula that you must do manually. That the NQ divided by I portion that you must subtract.
Sean, can you just check that formula or in the comments? I don't know if that's the way to calculate it. So I get 412,380.
Yeah, I get 412,379.996.
Yeah. Before.
So you can do with a calculator. You must just know what is going to be your payment.
It's a very long calculation though.
Yeah, for sure.
Sean, you're on mute. I'm not sure if you're aware.
Oh, how did
You
that
couldn't-
happen?
was a couple of minutes, like probably 5 minutes that you were gone. I don't
Oh,
know.
shucks.
We thought
So
you were
So we
probably
never
the
heard anything.
sorry, between the jumping of the screens, I probably went to mute. Yeah, so one must be very careful, because when I did now quickly this calculation, I got the 206,189 if I just did that part. And I think that is the thing. So if you only do one part of it, you get one of the answers,
So Jean, I used
which is
exactly
actually
that
scary.
same way. I used exactly that and I got to 412. That's weird.
Okay, but you got to
Oh,
412 at this
at the
stage.
bottom. Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
So when I did it up until there, I got the one of the other answers, which is quite fascinating. That if you just do it the other way or half of it, there's already an answer for you. Again, frustrating, because when you're in the exam and you're working through it and you see the first answer is that, then you want to say, but that is my answer.
Yeah, I think you get excited when you see an answer.
Before we move, why do we divide by 0.13?
No. That was an example out of a book. So that is it's not, we must divide by 0.1.
0.10.
Yes. Yeah, no. So that was another example that were very close to this one. So no, we're not dividing by 0.13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. That was just an example that was used for another of how to do it, but with different variables. Interesting, it was with 360 and those kind of things. So,
Yes.
Okay, guys, let's stop here. It was a long session. I'll look at the rest of this paper, and we can start discussing it on the group as well. So I'm gonna create the whole presentation with all of that in, and then I'll send it to you guys hopefully tomorrow. And then we can start just replying onto the group with some of your answers as well, and we populate it that by Monday we can run through the rest of the things that are still unclear. Happy with that?
Yes, thank you.
Happiness.
Cool. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop this so that I can put the recording on the